Booyaka! How's it going? How's it going? Hey, it's TJ here. And welcome to M5 Property Addicts. And it's great having you around. It's great having you around. And whenever you've tuned in here, we are always talking about real estate. I do real estate here in South Africa. I didn't start off by doing real estate, but it's something that I always knew that I needed to do, I had to do. It was very important for me, and creating passive income was very important for me from the time I started working and up until now. And real estate has allowed me to do that. And if you're joining us for the very first time ever, welcome, welcome. Today is a pre-day of a big day that's happening tomorrow. So tomorrow is quite a big day for many people. We've got hundreds and hundreds of people that have joined in on the class that's coming up tomorrow. And I just thought, let me spend a couple of minutes talking to you today. If you haven't signed up, and if you have signed up, it's great. And if you haven't signed up, I want to speak to you. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that tomorrow, Saturday, we've got a webinar that's going to start at 10 o'clock. And I'm really hoping that you have joined. Or should I say, I'm really hoping that you've already registered. And by now, you're excited. But not just be excited, but I want to share this with you to say that, look, I didn't start off just by writing books, to become a property mogul. The journey didn't start there. I didn't start off by owning properties across the country. The journey didn't start there. I started off a couple of years ago actually being employed. And if you're employed, tomorrow is a D-Day for you. Tomorrow could be a life-changing event for you. So some of you might be thinking, TJ, what are you talking about? What is going to happen, if we've attended many webinars before. Guys, this has got nothing to do whether you have attended webinars before about property or not. What I'm going to be teaching you tomorrow, it's an eye-opener. It's over and above what I've learned. It's over and above what I've done, physical stuff that I have done. And I'm wanting tomorrow to be a starting day where I can start giving you that information. So tomorrow is not start and end. It's a journey where you and I are going to be walking together on a longer mile. Think of it as tomorrow you are jumping on a train, and on this train, we are going to be on a longer journey, whilst we are going to get many stops, many uphills, many successes like I have done. But this time round, the journey is not about me. It's about you. The focus is on you to get you to the next mile. So if you're attending tomorrow, I just want to see you saying yes in the comments. I'm attending tomorrow, TJ. Tell me what your thoughts are if you're joining in tomorrow. And if you haven't registered, in the description is the registration link, so you can literally jump in on that link and you can click on it, and after clicking on it, it asks you to register. You put in your credentials, and then tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So make sure that if you're attending tomorrow, make sure that you are tuned in at around about 9:45. Don't log in at 10 o'clock. Log in at 9:45. We're going to have some cool activities all the way starting from around about 9:30, somewhere there. And then from there, we will start exactly on the dot on 9 o'clock. And I'm I'm really excited for you. You're coming through. So if you're coming through tomorrow and if you're registered, just say, yes, I'm attending. Just say, yes, I've registered and you're coming through. Are you attending? Let me know in the comments. So this is what I want to, this is like a prelude message of what's going to happen tomorrow. And I want to share this with you guys. Don't be fooled with what's happening right now in the economy. Don't be fooled with what is happening right now. Wherever you are, you're watching telly and you're seeing all of these things. Don't be fooled. It's going to pass. I want you to focus on you. And I want you to focus on getting yourself from where you are right now to the next space. What is the next space? I'm going to start off by talking to you about where do I come from? Where do I come from? I come from a place where, number one, I used to, my first job, my first job. I think a lot of people don't know this story, but if you've read my book, I've spoken about that. My first job, I was a janitor. Do you know what's a janitor? It's the guy who comes through into the office and he cleans the toilets, he cleans the kitchen, and he goes on to clean, the whole office. And he's also doubles up as a messenger, right? So I used to get sent around with letters. Those days, emails was not a big thing. It was a big thing, but not as big as today, where everyone can just get an email. And I remember that job vividly because my uncle, one of my mom's brothers, so my mother's, she's got 6 brothers, right? And one of my uncles literally called me. I was at home and he called me. I didn't have a cell phone at that time. I had a landline. And then he called us on my landline and he said, Taurai, are you available? There's a friend of mine and there's an opening. Do you want the job? And that job was not earmarked for me, actually. It was earmarked for his son. But I understood that his son didn't want that job. So I went in and I got that job. And from getting that job, I was there for like maybe about a month. And the owner of the business sold that business to someone else. And the guy who came in to buy that building realized that I was sharp, right? And I was better not to be the guy who is pushing the messenger job, who is cleaning. So literally, I spent 2 days with the new owner, and he said to me, "You need to stop cleaning. We're gonna get someone else to do the cleaning." And from nowhere, I got promoted, and I became this guy's right-hand man. What happened after that? I started learning. He would send me around to do stuff, do that. And this guy used to do what is called commodity trading. Commodity trading means that you're buying big packs of rice from across, let's say in India, and then you bring them back to South Africa. Or you're buying like a 24-tonner of mopani worms and then you're sending it to DRC, that kind of thing. Or you're buying like a full container of beer and you take it to Namibia, that kind of thing. That's where I come from. That's where I started learning the trade. But in no time, I was like, this is not really for me. I don't really like it. So in the background, I was studying IT. I'm studying IT. And then thereafter, my first proper job, like my first proper job, it was actually at a bank. I was employed with Quest, and then Quest said, hey, they're looking for call center agents. Believe you me or not, I was a call center agent at one point. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this so that you can see that by taking action, different actions in your life, you can be able to go to the next step of your life. So there I am. I'm now working at the bank. And I was working for Nedbank at the time. I think I was a contractor with a company called Quest. I don't know whether Quest are still around. But yeah, I was a call center agent, right? Call center agent, I pushed, I think I pushed for about 6 months, and then Nedbank was like, hey, this boy is sharp. We want him on our payroll. And I got a permanent job. From there, I moved to another bank, FNB, I moved from another bank. So I started moving from one bank to the next. And then I was like, And then Accenture came in and they took me in as a consultant. And I started learning quite a lot of things by working through as a consultant because I was being pawned off to different companies. And you would learn quite a lot of things. But my learning didn't stop there. I remember that I used to love banking. So I went back to banking again. And this time around, I was working in Africa, right? And I'm going to tell you, why am I telling you all of this? Is because I want you to see that where you are right now, the skills that you are learning at the moment, whatever job you are, they're going to help you when you start your business, right? They're going to help you when you start a business. At the moment, myself, Reta, and the team, we are already opening up our call center. Most of my partners that didn't know that at one point I used to work in a call center. Guess what's happening? I know the operations of a call center. I know how a call center agent thinks because I was one. Now I'm wearing the same hat, but this time around, I'm actually having a call center that is mine and people can be able to work there. So I'm creating a job. I've just created a job for someone, right? Now, you could be saying to yourself, but TJ, what does this have to do with the real estate? My business is growing. I can't take calls from everyone. I now need other people to help me to catch calls, to make calls, right? So I've opened up a call center. That's what it is, okay? Now, I don't want you to think, okay, so TJ, you opened up a call center, then what? Here is the thing. At the moment, currently where you are sitting, you might be a manager, you might be a techie of sort or whatever the case is. Tomorrow is the D-Day. Tomorrow is a day, is going to be the day of many beginnings for many people. As I was working at the bank, I then realized that I didn't want to work for the bank. I didn't want to exchange my time for money. So I started figuring out how best can I create businesses that will pay me. And you all know the story. I created business, and at one point I had like 50 cars that we were doing car rental. This is long before Uber, right? And on top of that, that business failed. I didn't know what I didn't know. But here's the thing. If you had someone like me on your side, teaching you the ropes, that business of mine would have never failed. Because someone like me, I have done many businesses. Besides doing many businesses, I have started winning in my businesses. So by me holding your hand, I can easily tell you, if you continue doing this, you're going to fall into a pitfall. But the problem is that many of you want to do it alone. You will never be able to build a legacy by doing it on your own. Even the big banks or even the big companies that's been there, they all had someone, somewhere, another company that was mentoring them, that was holding their hands. Don't do that, do this. You can buy success. You can have quick success. The only way you're going to have quick success is by working with someone else that has walked in that path. It's like going to Pretoria. Let's imagine you've never been to Pretoria before. Some of you don't even know where Pretoria is. It's the capital city of South Africa. And if nobody has ever told you how to get there, maybe the GPS is going to take you to Garankuwa and then it's going to say, this is Pretoria. But if you're going to get there with someone who actually lives in Pretoria, it's going to take you maybe 10 minutes from your destination to Pretoria. But if not, the GPS might take you in the wrong direction without you knowing you're going to go in that direction. And for that reason, it's going to take you longer, utilizing more resources and delaying on your success. By delaying on your success, what is happening? You are also delaying on creating your legacy. Now, I want to help you to create that legacy, not tomorrow, not next year, but now. And this is what the workshop is all designed for tomorrow. So it's going to be like an hour. I'm just going to say to you, we're going to start at 10 o'clock, right? But just reserve yourself 2 hours, just in case, I go over, give me a little bit of rope to educate you. I want to help you so that you can get to the next step. So what is it all about? It is about creating a business. I want you to be able to create a business. And here I'm not saying that, it's about maybe buying properties. No, it's not about it. Anyone can go and buy property, but it is about creating a business. And that's what I'm all about. I have created businesses that's been successful now. I've got managing directors helping me to push the mission that we're on. managing directors that are helping the businesses or the group of companies that we are growing. Some of them are sharp-minded guys, guys with MBAs, guys who have been young executives in different places, guys who have been pushing it hard in Africa. They've all rallied behind the mission that we're putting together. And this mission, you can join that mission. But it's not just about money, guys. It's a bigger cause and a bigger mission than that. Number one, it's about making sure that you can stop exchanging money for the time that you've got. So how do you build assets in your business? That's the cornerstone of everything that we're going to do. If you're not able to create assets, then you're always going to be working. I don't want you to continuously work. I seriously don't want you to do that. But if you want to continuously work, that's okay. But bearing in mind, I'm not saying that I don't want you to work. I want you to work for assets that gives you money. What I don't want you to do is to exchange your time for money. Because the day that you're going to stop, you're going to become poor. I don't want to hang out with people who are poor. I don't want to be poor. I don't want your kids to be poor when you are dead. I want your kids to be able to get whatever that you have created. But a lot of you right now, you are actually employed and you're thinking that you got a life cover. You're thinking that you've got all these policies and it's going to help your family. It's not. It's not. Look at the laws. Look at how much money the government is going to take away from you. The day that you're going, let's just assume you got R1 million of a policy, life cover, whatever the case is. What else needs to be covered on that? What else is the government is going to take from you in terms of taxes and things like that? So are you really covered? I don't think so. And I'm saying that tomorrow you can join me and you can start a new journey. And that new journey is about creating assets, changing your time so that you can be building a business. I did that about 6 years ago. So I've been working. I told you my journey, my story of where I come from and how I became to be employed. But then I met real estate at some point. When I met real estate, then I realized, oh, flip, this is the holy grail of making money. Then I started researching and I realized that many are millionaires, even today, who are on the Forbes list. They're actually into two things. They're either in technology or they're either in real estate. They are millionaires in that space. So if they are millionaires in that space, why am I going to work? Why am I not playing in technology? Why am I not playing in real estate? And ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is then going to be covered about creating your business, or if you have a business, tomorrow we're going to be talking about how do you scale that business. If you understand the fundamentals of a business, we can scale it. And that's what I want you to understand tomorrow. And me and you, together with my team, we're going to spend some time engaging on the core of that and teaching you the fundamentals. Remember, I said to you, it's a couple of sessions that are coming through. And all of these sessions tomorrow is it's the first day of the coming sessions that are going to come through, right? And then thereafter, if I've been able to buy a property from a 2-bed, 1-bath, that's where I started off from. And then I managed to create a business out of it. What is the business? M5 Property Addicts. You all know that business. And out of that, I've been able, today I can house 350 students at average. That's what we have across board in the 5 cities that we work in. If I can have that together with an additional 200 tenants, 213 tenants, somewhere there, and that's the business that I lead, I am positive that when I open up my knowledge that I have together with my team, look, you can surpass that because I've been figuring things out. You don't need to figure things out. I'm going to give the recipe. I'm going to give you the secret sauce. And that's what tomorrow starts from. So if you're joining me tomorrow, I'm very excited. I know that you're going to get a lot of value from what we're going to be talking about. Be of open mind, be of open heart, and your journey into property real estate is going to blow your mind, because it blew my mind about 6 years ago. I started digging hard, and what I have dug and I found, I'm going to give it to you starting from tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. We check you out in the next video. It is I, your boy, TJ.